Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto with Grow My Bag TV, and here's your daily roundup. So, Coinbase did better than analysts thought, and the stock market rewarded them for it. That said, there's still a looming case with the SEC. So let's keep it clear, folks. Remember how I told you we should be paying attention to stock plays as well as crypto plays for certain things? And Coinbase is clearly one of the reasons why you should do that, right? We should be paying attention to, yeah, you didn't do as poorly. You didn't lose as much as we thought you would lose. You only lost 5%, which means their revenues are gaining. Next up, the SEC is investigating them, as we all know. Does the SEC have a strong case? I don't think so, in my humble opinion. But I'm not an attorney, so we'll see what happens. But pay attention to these things so that you can make the right moves and make the right calls. Again, Coinbase is one of those things that you could pay attention to, on the stock market, right? Even though it's a crypto business. Just saying. ProShares is not to be outdone. Why? Because while everybody else is thinking Bitcoin spot ETFs and Bitcoin ETFs in general, they're saying, hey, we're going to put our toe in the water and we're going to launch our ETF, our ETH-focused ETF. And it's going to is trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol S as in Sam, ETH. Okay? PayPal just received a subpoena from the SEC. For right now, the SEC is looking for documentation. I would beg to think that it's all around PayPal's issuance of a stablecoin, which is at approximately about $185 million market cap. Not big, but remember, it was only launched a little while ago, and it's gone from zero to $185 million in that short time. So just saying, something to pay attention to. Marathon Digital. A few years ago, one of my son's friend's fathers approached me about an idea. And the idea was to build a crypto mining facility next to their landfills. And I was like, that's actually a good idea. They had another idea to launch a coin for that business. I wasn't hot on the whole coin idea though, but I was interested in the whole let's launch a mining facility next door to a landfill. Nothing ever happened with that idea. We spoke about it a few times, but didn't go anywhere. However, Marathon Digital is all about it. They are going to literally make money while saving money. They are going to power a few of their mining facilities with methane gas from landfills. Go Marathon Digital. The Swiss National Bank is actually going to work with 6 commercial banks and fast track a wholesale CBDC, and they're collaborating with six digital exchange to do it. That's something to pay attention to. CBDCs really are taking off around the world. It tells me countries are panicked. They're panicked that cryptos can do a lot and they don't want to lose control over their fiat and the standing of their fiat. So if everybody wants this digital transaction thing, let's give it to them in the form of a CBDC and we'll start in wholesale. A lot of countries are starting in the wholesale space. That said, is where I'm going with it. Really, I never have a lot of good to say about the open network, but I think I'm going to have to change my tune. And you're probably wondering why. They are now the world's fastest blockchain. They achieved a transaction per minute. Let me rephrase that. They achieved transactions per minute numbers that are absolutely staggering. 104,715 transactions per second. They streamed it. They live streamed it. I'm sorry. I've got to change my tune. With cojones like that, you know what? Hat tip. I can respect that. I'm a kid from the Bronx. This is the one I'm talking about, right? So yeah, now I'm going to dig in and I'm going to do some research and I'm going to see what they're all about. Achieving that kind of a thing means that we are that close to cash register level speeds. I want you to think about this. The transaction that you have with your debit card or credit card at the register is not completed at the register. You might be able to walk away. That's only because the store is saying, oh, it's gotten to a point where we think it's going to go through. You're fine. Go ahead, leave. Take your stuff and go. But that's not actually the case. It still has to go through a whole bunch of other stuff. And that can take literally months. Now, you look at a crypto transaction. When that thing comes back to you and says, I'm done in a couple of seconds or a few seconds, it is done. Done. So we've got to pay attention to that. 104,715 transactions per second. Hat tip to TON team. That's what's up. I've got to change my tune. I don't mind being proven wrong. I do not mind being proven wrong when you're stepping to me with facts like that. Live streamed it. Oh, the cojones. I love that. Love that. Next up, Ripple. I keep telling you people, don't sleep on Ripple. Do not sleep on Ripple. Ripple's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Again, Ripple's doing a whole bunch of stuff in very institutional ways. They got approved by Dubai. Dubai is trying to boost up crypto adoption. Very interesting. But something else, they got tapped by the country of Georgia to help them with their CBDC. Are you recognizing the pattern? Are you recognizing the pattern? Just saying. Just saying. And before you freaking ask, I have not heard anything about Grayscale. Oh, and before you freaking ask, I have not said anything about Sam Bankman-Fried for a long time. And the reason why is because what's done is done. You hear me? What's done is done. What he did is over, doesn't affect me going forward. However, he was found guilty. I want you to pay attention to this. He was found guilty with a quickness, mind you. Found guilty with a quickness, and he should be receiving over 100 years in jail. But remember, a couple of those things were conspiracy charges. Conspiracy charges mean that there was more than one person involved. Who else is going to jail? Who else is going to jail? That's what I want to know. Because we turn around and he's the only one to go to jail for conspiracy charges, I'm going to be pissed. It wasn't only one person that did this. And to me, an injustice would be only that one person goes to jail. That would tick me off in a major fashion. Anyway, we should go through the numbers. So, looking at the numbers, fear and greed index yesterday was 72. Now it's only 65. Hold tight. I think we just went through profit taking. That's all I'm saying. Right now, total value locked is still at $55 billion. Not bad. Liking that. Our number right now, is $1,000 more than where we are right now, but we're back down to 34,283. Again, I think this is profit taking. You don't go up in a straight line. You do not go up in a straight line. You see this? Look at this tip, at this tip. That looks to me that we are about to go up. I think we came back down just to go up again. So to me, I'm looking at this moment as, yeah, we retraced a little bit. That's not a problem. We've been at this range for a while. I think we're poised to go up. I really do. Especially if we hear something about Grayscale. There has to be movement about Grayscale because they only had 7 days on the clock. Right? That's all I'm thinking about. Solana dropped 9% after gaining all of that. Again, all I'm seeing is a pullback, shaving profits. Ethereum below 1,800. I think that's not going to remain there. Bitcoin below 35,000. I don't think it's going to remain there. XRP at 60 cents. Not going to remain. Definitely not going to remain there. Have you been noticing Cardano moving quietly? 32 cents. Has anybody paid attention to that? Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I know I've been saying it for a while. I gave you guys a taste of it the other day. We are ridiculously close. I mean, so do it so you can see me. We are ridiculously close. I'm talking days away from launching growmybag.tv, a social media platform dedicated to investment speak. We have one, a Rebel Vino, that's all about food and beverage. And we said, I'm into investments. My team is into investments. My kids are into investments. A lot of my friends are into investments. And we said, why not be able to have these conversations online with like-minded people? And that's what we're doing. Here are some stats. Over 350 articles already on the site. We've got a knowledge base of financial terms of close to 1,100, very close to 1,100, probably growing. And that's in video form and in article form. What else do we have? We have over 365 videos of moi talking about crypto. So all of that historic information will be on the site as well. So not only will you be able to have conversations with people about stuff, but you're going to have a lot. Oh, and here's another thing for people that might be interested in actually subscribing to our email service. On average, we pop out, I think, 12 articles a day. 12 articles a day. Go peep us on other platforms and you'll see how many times we're posting, and you'll start to realize that, holy smokes, these guys are posting. I mean, we've been testing, so you might see over the past few days, you might see a bunch of the same article, but scroll past that and you'll see, holy moly, these guys really are pumping out some stuff. Anyway, this is Eddie J on crypto. I hope you have a good one. If you like what I'm doing, drop me a note. Really puts air in my sails. And if you don't like what I'm doing, drop me a note and let me know how I can make it better for you. Anyway, hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.